All right, so this is going to be probably a quick little stream. This is just going over some stuff. You might have noticed. Um, so there's some videos that is no longer on the channel. Um, I went through. There's kind of a two-part thing, and the reason why I did this. I went through and every video that says ineligible, which 90% of the video, 99% of the videos I have, I can't monetize, and I know that. So I'm not worried about that. But the ones that say ineligible for anything, um, they got the axe. Part of it's for one reason. Part of it is so, well, this was just a quick spur of the moment thing. There's a new thing that YouTube is doing. Before, memberships were relegated to those channels that were gaming related and or they were relegated to channels with over 50,000 subscribers unless they were gaming channels, at which point it's 1,000 subscribers and you can get the memberships. Now they're opening to all channels at 1,000 subscribers or above. Part of that is, part of the things is you can't have any videos with claims on them. Well, I've got a good bit. Luckily, most of my watch time and subs and everything like that, they all come from stuff that don't have any claims on them, which is good. But I did notice as I was going through some that had claims, didn't have claims a couple months ago when they were released. So I cleared all of those. And I hated to do it. I've still got two that I can't let them go. Ghost of Grenfell and part two of that. I can't see myself just. It's only two videos, and those were months ago. So I can't see myself letting those go. Those are some of my favorite songs, and I think the most powerful songs I've ever heard that I've reacted to on the channel. So I left those. I'm not taking those off. The rest of them, though, they're gone. Twofold reason. Number one, so I can get approval for memberships on the channel. And I'll go into the ways I'm going to take and do that here in a second. The other thing is, there's a proposal in the Senate right now where if somebody gets a DMCA, which means a copyright takedown, you can be put in jail. Like not fines or anything like that. You can legit be put in jail. They'll be seen as a felony for taking or stealing other people's content, basically stealing other people's copyrighted material. I've got to, yeah. Sorry, can't hack that one. I can't hack that one. There's no way I can. That's a heavy thing, and now granted it might not happen. Which if it don't, cool. That'd be awesome. However, I'd rather not have if it come into legislation as because it's piggyback on something else. I'd rather not have that go through and I got all this stuff that I could literally be put in jail for, which I find ignorant, but still. And so I've got places I know I'm going to take and go to for reactions. And yes, I know I haven't done reactions in a week. I've been playing the video game Cyberpunk 2077. Gave y'all a fair warning. There's going to be a lot more gaming stuff. Ratio at this point is probably going to be 90 to 10. Part of that being so I can have consistent content put on the channel without any kind of issues. And I hate to do it that way. On one hand, I really do hate to do it that way, but on the other hand, I've got to do a CYA. I mean, this channel's been March, April. So yeah, March, April is when I got this channel up and off the ground, and I didn't want to take and do gaming. I didn't want to take and add the gaming to either of my two larger channels, specifically for the reason of I wanted to keep them independent of me enjoying a passion that, I figured, well, but to make sure I've got content, I've got to do something. Now, there are channels I'm going to be going to take and get some stuff that I know I'm not going to have an issue with. Lines, you've got a video that I'm going to be reacting to here tonight. I'll be recording that this evening. Yeah, dude, it's crazy. Moose, I'm doing good. I tell you this. I'll be honest with you. Other than TikTok reactions and like compilation reactions, I think you're going to see a lot, even of the larger channels. I think Shaq might be one of the few that'll be able to get away with doing mostly music reactions, and I think, but rightfully so, at 2 million subscribers. I mean, at this point, it's a wonder he doesn't have some of the larger artists reaching out to him or their reps going, "Hey, we need you to do a reaction to this video. Don't worry about anything." And the publishers being like, "Nope, we don't flag. I just don't." But rightfully so for Shaq, because No Life Shaq's been at this for a long time. He's hella entertaining. But I see a lot of these other channels. I mean, just if not all of them, either switching their focus here in the next 6 months as YouTube continues to take and tighten the screws on things, or changing the focus of the type of reactions, or just changing the content that's on the channel altogether. So I'm not changing it completely. I'm still going to do the reactions. It's just I've got a little bit less. I don't want to do the TikTok so much. They're fun, but you see these bigger channels that just kind of, they do them. I'm not going to say anything mean. I just don't care for the way a lot of these bigger channels take and do them, because it's no person that takes, at least not of my age, looks at that and was going to react to some of this TikTok stuff the way they do. Just saying. So it's kind of hard for me. I'm not going to fake anything or anything like that. I'm already very analytical when it comes to stuff anyway. So, yeah, those really don't suit me all that well unless it's certain stuff. So the way the memberships are going to work. All right, I'm going to have 2 levels. I'm going to have $1.09. I'm assuming in the next 2 or 3 days, I've removed all of the eligibility problem videos. So removed all that stuff. Because the thing about it is, yes, my channel is monetized. However, unless I get some kind of super chat, I don't go live enough for that, for the most part. And I don't have the gaming following for that. If anybody that watches this, if you like watching gaming videos, let me know what kind of gaming videos you like watching, and I'll start putting those types of games in my repertoire. But I can't monetize anything but like compilation videos, basically. That's about the only thing I can really monetize. I even have to be careful with that and make sure some kind of like Juke and Media, some of these other places don't hold the rights to these videos. So most of my stuff, and it's not really about the money on one hand, but on the other hand, it is a source of, very small source, but it's still a way of making money to take and help the family out. So, I mean, I've got to kind of weigh my stuff against enjoyment to making it see returns. You know what I'm saying? So I've got to weigh that. And unfortunately, with the way everything is going and the way it looks this stuff is headed, I feel like I've been painted into a corner with this stuff, other than strictly just, well, sorry, had a good run, going straight to gaming. And I don't particularly want to do that because I enjoy music. It's one of my favorite things to take and do is listen to and react to the music that people recommend to me. So it's going to be a polar shift a bit. It is going to be like, it's going to be like 85-15, 90-10. I just don't see I don't see a whole lot of ways around it. I do have recommendations that I'm going to be looking at. I've got stuff that, like I said, lines. I've got other artists I know that they're going to wind up reaching out and stuff like that. But so the memberships here in the next couple of days, once they're made available, they're going to work $1.99 a month. They can get a shout out at the end of every video. $3.99 a month. You take and get that. Plus you get access to the Discord channel. Now, access to the Discord channel, you're going to take and get a link to the to reactions that I do. Because the way I'm going to be doing this is the reactions are going to be left unlisted for at least 3 days. That way, if any copyright issues come up, I can go on ahead and I can leave them there. They're not affecting anything because they're not public on the channel. It'll still take and give people a way to view them. And Actually, you know what? Piss on it. I'm not even gonna do that. $1.99 a month. You get a shout out at the end of the month. You get a shout out at the end of every video, in the screens and stuff like that. Like at the very end before my outro begins, you're gonna take and get a shout out, and you'll take and get a link to join my Discord. So that way you can join my Discord. I'll take and post the unlisted link to music videos. So that way, if for whatever reason it does wind up with a claim, you'll still get to see it. Because the ones that get claimed, they're not gonna. I'm not putting them out no more. I can't take, with the way things are headed. I just can't take that risk. I really can't. I put so much time and effort in this channel. I don't want to see all that go to waste by, oh, you've got too much. So I figured $1.99. I mean, it's basically a cup of coffee. So I mean, it's. I hate to take and feel like I'm putting the content behind a paywall. I really do. My hope is that most of the videos I take and react to won't even have to have that problem, but I know it's going to happen. It's just an inevitability. And the more these artists, even the independent artists, they can go to these smaller publishing companies, and these smaller publishing companies are being bought up by UMG and BMG and Columbia and all these different places. It might take and say Orchard Music, but Orchard Music is owned by BMG. BMG is one of the largest publishing companies out there for musicians. So they'll hold the rights to that song. So I still get the claim, and then I get to ineligible, which takes and puts my channel, because it gets to where it puts it in not so great a standing. And I'd rather not run that risk anymore. I just don't, especially not with these new laws that are coming out either. These new laws this new law, if it passes, you thought the stuff in Napster was fun. Just wait. You want to talk about legal fees? We haven't seen what the fuck legal fees look like if that shit gets passed, because it means every streamer that streams something that winds up having a song in a new video game or in the background somewhere, doesn't matter if they're taking and watching like a gaming trailer or something like that, if they're watching like a trailer for a movie or something and there's a song in it, gets DMCA'd, but then they're at risk of being taken before a court and being put in jail. I'm not running that risk. I'm just not. So I hate to take and do things this way. I really do, because I enjoy doing the music reactions, but I've got to do this. I've got to play the whole CYA. I really do. But I figure $1.99 a month. I mean, there's not really a reason to take and go past the shout out and Discord link. There really isn't. Now, at some point in time, I am going to take and wind up coming up with some merch. I'm going to take and do a shirt with the EB that I've got, that white shirt with the E and the B, like the profile. I'm also going to have on the back of that shirt, or I'm just going to take and have another shirt that takes and says, "Be good to each other, love yourselves," because I think that's important. I think that's universal. That's stuff that people need to be following anyways. So y'all, whoever's part of the membership, whoever has a membership, they'll take and get discounts and stuff like that. So, yeah, I can, no, this is alive. Now, I've just been kind of putting everything, just kind of, unfortunately, ignoring y'all a little bit. My apologies, but I just kind of want to get out what I want to get out. So other than the Cyberpunk, anybody that's watching or anybody that runs across this and you want to comment, if you watch gaming videos, let me know what kind of gaming stuff you like to watch, and I'll make sure I add it in my repertoire. I've got tons, and I mean tons, of stuff coming out for the Cyberpunk. I haven't been able to put anything out for the last few days because family stuff. But you're going to get a couple of different types of videos from me. I'm also going to start back tomorrow morning, and then again tomorrow evening for at least an hour or two. I'm going to take and start doing the streaming of Cyberpunk 2077 until I get to the end of the playthrough that I'm on, and then I'll restart. unless somebody else comes up, hey, I like watching this, and I'll take and add that to it. I also want to take and add Haven, which is one of the games I was playing before this. Take and do that one as well. Take and do a playthrough of that one, live streaming as well. I do have, like I said, lines. I've got more Al Murray, the British comedian. I've got more of his stuff I've been told to look at, so that's what I'm going to be doing. Some of these other comedians. And I'm going to be kind of scouring some places I know that I can actually pull some videos that aren't going to take and get hit or anything like that. So I can at least take and put some kind of reaction stuff out, but it's not going to be near as much as it used to be. And I hate to do that, but like I said, everything I put out, it'll be unlisted for 3 days. And if it gets copyright claimed, hey, you'll at least be able to see it if you take and join the membership. If it's not claimed, everybody winds up seeing it anyways. It's just with the way things are being claimed these days. I hate to feel like I'm putting behind a paywall, but I don't know no other way. So I don't know, not completely, because reactions are going to exist regardless. I mean, you take a look on True TV with them 3 idiots they've got that, they've got like a show like they're taking and viewing footage for a government. It's fucking stupid, but they got that fucking idea from like the reaction shows like they had on True TV before with like Tanya Harding, some of these other no-name motherfuckers that are no longer, big name people who grabbed that kind of stuff off of YouTube. So, I mean, there's always going to be stuff like that where you see people taking record like the TikToks, compilation videos. Mad Karen compilation number 4 reaction. You're going to see stuff like that. Still, that's going to happen. That's going to happen regardless. But I think music wise, it's about to drive right off a cliff. That's just been my honest opinion. What's up, Stodgy? Yeah, no, I was I might have only been taking and making videos on YouTube for the last 2 years, but I've been on YouTube, as a viewer for a long time. And you can kind of see sometimes some of these trends and the way they go. And apparently I waited about 6 months too late to jump on the reaction train. I really did. Or about a year too late for the reaction train to take and fully hit the stride. But at the same point in time, you can kind of see with the way things were going, especially in the last 6 months. It's been like readily apparent the last 6 months, the way YouTube has been playing all of this. They've been, claim, and then ineligible and blocked. But you don't take it, and I've had that happen, but you don't take and get a strike. You just get like a hard, I can't look at it. People can't see it. So you either have to take and fight that and hope they take and lift it, or you just got to delete it and be done with it. Because even if you put it unlisted and try to show it to folks, it still shows up as blocked. I've done that with you, Jeremy. I've done that with you and Blake a couple of times. Hey, tell me what y'all think of this. Hey, dude, that video is blocked. I wouldn't have to take and just delete the video. But it's been going like that harder and harder and harder for like the last 6 months. And like usually I've been doing reactions on one channel or the other for the last year. So this is the way it normally goes. You put out your video, you get your copyright claim, ineligible. Or sometimes don't even have an eligible. It's because copyright claim. So monetization off. Well, I don't even try that anyway, so I knew that was going to happen. All right, cool, whatever. Not even a problem. You know what I mean? Not even a problem. That's just a fucking given. Problem comes in whenever it goes from doing that to where you take and mark stuff as off for your monetization. You get copyright claim. All right, cool. I got something else I've got to try to actually dispute, because I'm sorry, you take 3 minutes, a 3-minute song, and you add 6 minutes of commentary on lyrics, anecdotes, historical evidence and stuff like that to back up lyrics, or just social evidence to back up lyrics, and you expound on stuff. I'm sorry, that falls fair under square use as transformational, because at that point it's no longer so much you're not just listening to a video, you're listening to somebody's complete breakdown. So you're listening to basically a breakdown and an explanation and a examination of a song, which is something completely different than what it was originally what the video was originally was that you're actually reacting to. It's really it's a dive down into the lyrical content that people have been listening to. It's an examination of it. It's taking a given backup to the lyrics that are in it. So at that point, in my opinion, that's transformational. That falls square under fair use. However, with the way these companies taking to use the copyright claim system, it doesn't matter. You don't really have a whole lot of recourse minus taking them to court. But at that point, they'll find another fucking loophole to. So there's no sense in taking and trying to get any money off of it regardless. None. No, Lines has no like copyright Love Life Records. He's comparatively on YouTube, 300 something, 400, 500 something subs, 1,000 subs on the. Never tried. Never have I tried taking a monetizing off of him or any of the musicians that I've taken and done reaction to. And I won't, because it's not for me to take and do. But me having the the foresight to do something like that, and any reactors, which I think probably 99% of us do it anyways, is take and mark it as off on the monetization. There's no reason why it should be partially, number one, if it's partially blocked, why? But number two, there's no reason why anything should say ineligible. So when I go to take and dispute it, it goes into escrow, like I actually tried monetizing it. And then I have to take and remark it as off. So it's in dispute. It was an escrow for like all of an hour or 2 hours until I realized what the hell was going on. Take a remark it as off. So that's the way they're going to try fucking reactors in the long run, in my opinion, is by taking and doing that. Well, you disputed it and everything went escrow, but that was your decision. So it's made it so hard to take and do this sometimes. It really has. So here in the next couple of days, as soon as everything's cleared, you'll see the membership thing. I'm going to enable it. And like I said, $1.99 a month. Shout out at the end of all my videos. And then you'll get a link to a Discord. So that way, not only can you talk in there, because I'm going to have multiple channels where you can share memes and you can chit chat and stuff like that. 90% of the people that are subscribed to this channel are from the UK. So you could take and get a little chit chat back and forth with folks that, if you don't live in the UK, you could chit chat back and forth with folks and maybe learn something about some folks. But you'll be able to take and talk, be able to take and post memes. I'm going to take and have a spot specifically for, all right, here's a new reaction video. Here's the unlisted link for it. So, and that's how I'm going to do it. That's how I'm going to take and go about doing it. And I could take and add more tiers, but I don't see no need to right now. I really don't. Later on, I might take and add another tier. So that way, I'll take and randomly pick 5 people that are that have joined that tier or something like that, or pick 2 people that have joined that tier and have a 3 or 4 hour gaming stream playing one of the Call of Duties or something like that, or something of that nature. But that's down the line, and that, or do a panel stream talking about different music and their favorite artists, and things that they like watching on TV and why they like these different movies, because I think that adds a different layer of content to take and add some value to whoever wants to take and actually who's nice enough to actually join the memberships. So, but this is just something small I wanted to take and do, just let everybody know that as much as I hate it, I've got to take and make the changes that I've been kind of putting it off. Stodgy, I'm loving it, dude. Bro, I take and literally, I'll play and be like, all right, I'm gonna play this mission or this mission right here, and I'll start at like 8 o'clock at night, and all of a sudden the house is quiet. I look over and it's 1 o'clock in the morning, and I've lost myself in the game basically. So, but yeah, so here in the next couple of days, once it becomes available, I will, because I'm sure it'll be reviewed. But once it becomes available, I'm going to enable it, $1.99 a month. So I didn't want to take and make things exorbitantly high. I want to make sure whoever does it, they feel like they're getting some kind of value out of it. I hate to feel like I'm putting something behind a paywall like that, but Just I don't see another way around it. So hopefully I see everybody saying hi back and forth to each other. Wifey, thank you for hopping in. Yes, I have been living and breathing it basically, but this is such an immersive game, especially if you start doing the gigs and the cop missions, and you take and run these missions for these different fixers, and then some of the different characters, because the missions, the gigs that you get off of some of these gigs for some of these ancillary characters and stuff like that, it snowballs. It's hard not to take and just be like, because it's just that immersive. It really is. So with that being said, and here just not quite 5 minutes shy of 30 minutes, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down because I really don't have anything else to say. I will say this, for any reaction channels out there, you might want to take and look at have I experienced any glitches? Let's see, I've had the dick come through the pants, and the where you go to look at your inventory and change out your guns and stuff like that. Had it where the dick comes through the pants. Had that one. I've had it where I park my vehicle so I can go do a mission real quick, come back, and another car is parked right directly on top of the like the bike or something like that. But that's you just run around. You just take and run around the block and take and call your vehicle, and whoop, no problem. And I've had a couple of times where I went to go pick up a gun and I couldn't pick up a gun. But that's the only glitches I've really had. Everybody, oh, we've got so much pop up with the people that take and just appear out of nowhere. It doesn't on other fucking games. Even with games that are open world, spread out and don't have near as many fucking people as what the fuck this does for, for population density. You still have that fucking happen. That shit happened in GTA. Fuck off. Stop nitpicking shit. I understand. I'm be honest with you though. I do believe this. I do not think that it should have come out for the Xbox Xbox One or the PS4 base versions. Do not think it should come out for those at all, because everybody's like, oh, The Witcher and Skyrim and GTA, and they were stretched out maps with like. You didn't have the density of buildings like you have in this game. You didn't have the population density. You had areas where there was population density. Had areas where there was, oh, there's some high rises. Oh, it goes from the high rises down over here to this, to normal size houses and stuff like that. Oh, look, it's wide open plains. You have stuff like that. You don't have, they weren't games where it was like, oh shit, buildings. Oh shit, even more. Oh shit, even bigger buildings. Oh shit, even more. And everything is stacked vertically and packed together with the population density. You take a look at the minimum minimum recommended specs for the game for PC, and that was what that concerned me before the game even come out, because the minimum specs for PC is more than what specs are for the Xbox and PS4. So it should have never been released with those, or if it should have, if they wanted to, they should have took and done a scaled down, not so much a scaled down, but a graphically inferior, shall we say, version of it, just because it just doesn't have the hardware to run it properly. So, see, the only time I've had my no, that's one of the glitches, because as you're making your character, if you're making a male, you can take and actually have whether you've got a circumcised or uncircumcised penis, and you can make it small or big. So I made mine so it's not like real life. In real life, I go to pee, I got to stick my finger in my butt and holler snake, so that way I can actually don't pee all down my leg. Don't have to do in that game. Same thing with the females. You can. I'm assuming you can make the breast bigger. Because if you can make the dick bigger, you should be able to make the breast bigger. But you choose whether or not you take and show the vagina, or you have it covered. You do the same thing with a dick. So I mean, it's one of the weirdest things I've seen a game take and do. But yeah. So here, I haven't had, the only place I've had my health bar completely disappear is in the scenes where there's dialogue. Other than that, I haven't had that happen before. So, which how far into the game are you? Because I'm a dumbass, and I was taken to doing the mission to where you actually have to there for the parade or whatever. I was doing that mission, and yeah, I got pissed off because the guy with the blades, and actually wound up. Shit, I'll try Street Kid. I haven't seen beginning is like that. I played it for like an hour. Did a couple of gigs before I took and went ahead and switched back over. Shit, I didn't have a save point. So I went from level 27 to level fucking 13 again. So I've built myself back up to level 20 at this point. So, you know. All right. So that being said, at this point now, I have yet to take in. The next thing I got to do with Takamura is actually go to where the parade floats are being held at. I've got to go there and actually snoop around and put in the virus. But I'm doing the Voodoo Boys right now, so I'm doing that storyline. I just finished the one where the lady and guy called and they're being spied on. So. But yeah, that's where I'm at. So I've got a couple different ways I can still go. But yeah, I've got a couple videos coming out. I'm going to be talking about specific missions and just talking about how, as a GM, doing a tabletop role-playing game, if that was one of the quests, how I would take and run it. Because some of them, for the most part, I like the way they run. Now, I do see, as coming from the role-playing background, how you could take it, how they could have expanded that a little bit. Take and get more play out of it. I'm going to talk about that on some of these, for some of the quest lines, and some of the things RPG wise I'd like to have seen in the game. So, now I'm going to tell you another video I've got coming out is where to take and find some cool loot that's in there, that's in the game. Because right now my character's got on a business suit and a cowboy hat, even though he's a nomad. Like, legit, he's done up, but my armor level is pretty high up there. It's like almost 400. So, but yeah, all right. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna hop out of here. I appreciate everybody that showed up. This was just basically to let folks know what's coming down the pipeline. So, y'all all have a lovely one. Remember, be good to each other. Love yourselves.